Share the screen. Oh, I need to find my little cursor guy, don't I? No, he's not up there anymore. Hang on. Cursor. There you go. Okay. So let's start with Al Crawford. Oh, that's fun. Is that a chicken, like one of those fancy ones? Or a rooster or what else?
So Halloween.
That is Lenny.
Lenny.
That's my granddaughter's favorite chicken. And it's a rooster, but I've never seen one quite like it.
I guess if he was in the 60s, we'd call him layback Lenny.
Wow, that's
Yeah.
quite a setup there. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it looks like one of those, is it Watusi dancers in Africa?
Oh,
They have
yeah.
the headdresses and stuff. Pretty cool.
Yeah. Look at those eyelashes. Yeah, pretty amazing. Yeah.
It is.
Yeah, what do you think about taking that upper right corner and maybe blurring it out more so you don't see that grid work up there?
Yeah, probably right.
Yeah, maybe darken it up a little bit. That's about all I could say on this one. Anybody else? Okay. Well, that's quite a pet.
That is in Bloomington, Illinois. And it's the David Davis home. He was the campaign manager for Abraham Lincoln. And guess what? 2 months after Lincoln became president, he was appointed to the Supreme Court.
How convenient.
Yes. And he built that house in 1861. It would cost $75,000 at the time.
Wow.
And if you do a little conversion, accounting for inflation since then, it's about 1.6 mil today.
Yeah, easily. Wow.
Beautiful.
Oh, it's amazing he committed to that kind of a project at the start of the Civil War and felt confident enough that the war wasn't going to come up there.
The war probably hadn't started yet.
Yeah.
Because he did it immediately after he was appointed.
Ah, okay.
But there wasn't any war in Illinois anyway, so
Right.
that probably didn't have any effect. But it was quite the home at the time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But what was kind of surprising, if you think about it, he was a member of the Supreme Court at the time. Building a home of that nature in Illinois was quite interesting because now I don't know how long the Supreme Court met at that time, probably not terribly long. But I don't know how much he actually lived in it.
I love the architecture on this. It's so very interesting, and it's not symmetrical, and the windows are different from the first level to the second level to the third level, and it's just fascinating.
Yes.
Is it a museum now, or is it somebody in it?
What's that?
Is it a museum?
The house is open, and so it would be a museum in the sense that the house is much like what it was when he lived in it. And the next few pictures are inside the house.
Oh,
Oh,
Oh, excellent. Well, yeah, I like your vanishing lines and the way it's set back. It's pretty nice.
The sky, by the way, it was a white sky pretty much to begin with. In Lightroom, I selected the sky and then turned the temperature as cold as I could get it.
Uh-huh.
And that's how I got the blue in the sky.
wow.
but
And would you use a little clarity or something to bring up the clouds?
Not really. I don't remember. I forget.
Uh-huh.
It's been about 3 weeks since I've actually done it. I was ready to present it 2 weeks ago, and I had just gotten home and I was too tired to join y'all.
Yeah, I know how that goes. Yeah, driving takes it out of you. Okay. Now let's go inside. I guess we'll start with
Oh, the body.
the throne room.
Now, that was very interesting to me because remember, we're talking about 1861. The house had hot and cold running water. What they did was every morning the servants would pump water up to a tank that was on the roof, and that's what gave them the pressure.
Yeah. Is that some kind of lead or tin tub?
What's that?
The bathtub. Looks like it's some kind of metal.
Yeah, the bathtub is metal. The toilets did flush, as you can tell. I mean, you can tell the flushing is up high.
Yeah.
That's why I got it. And the sewerage ran out into the field.
Yeah. Interesting. Okay.
Okay, go. That is warped, and I
Oh, you
sent
wanna
it
go
and
the
didn't
straight
mean
one?
to.
Yeah.
Take
Okay.
the last one.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, the difference between those two, by the way, I went into the Lightroom and did the straightening, and all I did was hit auto.
Oh, nice.
Wow.
One click, auto, that's did it.
Nice.
Pretty good.
yeah,
So that's the hot water tank there, I assume.
Yeah.
And I accidentally sent the bad copy first, so you got to see it too. But it's not bad because you told that I could tell you the difference between the two. Now, on that one, you see that metal tank on the right of the stove. It has pipes that are going into the coal burning. It's coal, not wood. Coal burning cook stove. And that's what gave them their hot water. That's the hot water tank for the house. It was heated by the cook stove.
Okay. Yeah.
Nice.
yeah.
Can we see the before again? I just want to see.
Say that again.
I just wanted to see the before again.
Okay.
Yeah, it really did quite a job, didn't it?
Yeah. I mean, that's a one click.
Boom.
I didn't do anything except hit auto.
Wow. Nice.
I did the same thing on the bathroom picture too, but I didn't accidentally send the four.
Is the little wooden structure to the right of the hot water tank a pass through to the dining room? Or?
Yeah, it sure looks like it.
Yeah, it looks like.
That might, I don't know for sure.
Is it a dumbwaiter?
I think it's a dumb waiter.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh, okay. Yeah.
Yeah, it looks like it's got something inside there.
Mhm.
Yeah, I think it's a dumbwaiter because this
Okay.
is in the basement and the
Oh,
dining
okay.
room was on the first floor. So
Ah, there you go.
Okay. Yeah.
I'm guessing this was
Yeah.
a dumbwaiter, but I don't know that for a fact.
Yeah.
Notice the food that's around.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Mhm.
Yeah, it's nicely staged.
Yeah.
By the
Yeah.
way, I've seen in old homes like this a lot of fire burning stoves, but I've never seen one as fancy as this one.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was just going to say, I really like that. It's nice.
Yeah, but when you can spend that kind of money,
Yeah.
you're going to get a nice one.
Yeah, it looks like this one was.
Even though the people who owned the home didn't use it,
Mhm.
Yeah,
they had
Right.
servants.
yeah,
Different ovens, you know.
yeah. It's pretty nice. Okay, I guess we got one more here.
Oh,
I thought it was a nice display of their food.
yeah. Mhm.
By the way, it's all artificial.
Ah,
Yeah.
you were making me hungry. Thank you for stopping that.
How do you know this, Al?
The food you saw in the previous picture was all artificial.
Mhm.
It strictly there for museum. And I took close-ups of quite a little bit of it, including a close-up of those cookies. The only thing that I took close-ups of that I didn't think looked real was the strawberries.
Mm.
It didn't have quite the texture that real strawberries would have.
Mm.
But you stand back 5 foot and you couldn't tell the difference.
Mhm.
Yeah.
But a close-up picture, even close-ups, I have close-ups of the cake and I have close-ups of the cookies and other food, and it all looks just as real as can be with the close-ups.
Yeah, even that turkey doesn't look too.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's completely
rubber.
artificial.
Yeah, it's probably rubber. Yeah, it doesn't look bad at all. Huh. Well, great.
Nice.
So this is in Bloomington?
Bloomington, Illinois, yeah.
Yeah, okay.
McGee Ranch, did that say McGee Ranch?
Range.
Range.
McGee
Range,
Range.
that's the maker.
Yeah.
1871.
Yeah.
My ancestors were called McGee's.
Ah,
Mm.
Maybe they made it.
Check that out.
all right.
Oh, how cute.
Go to Alan Medlow.
See you later.
Okay, bye.
Bye bye. Oh, sorry. Okay, see you later. Bye bye.
She gonna comment on your work?
This is
Excuse me.
sorry.
Blinking.
Nah.
Just these stupid things that jump in. This is a Baltimore Oriole.
Oh.
That's the name of the bird. So, and apparently it's just had some berries for lunch there, so
Yeah.
that's why it's red.
Oh, your detail is exquisite on this.
Mhm.
Wow.
I mean, I like the image, but that bottom left-hand corner, the softness that's in that is what I really liked. I really liked that.
Yeah.
I did. There's really nothing been done to this. I ran it through denoise, and it really doesn't need to have that, but I did run it through there just to clean it up a little bit. But other than that, there's no other treatment to this.
Yeah, it's nice. Your depth of field is exquisite, and the fall off, the way it falls back in the corners is really nice.
Thanks. Yeah.
The
A little
leaves-
bit tricky to get them on focus because of all these leaves back and
Mhm.
forth.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah,
Did you consider darkening that upper right corner just a little bit?
yeah, I certainly could. Yeah.
It's pulling my eye up there and I don't want to be there.
All right.
I want to see the bird.
Yeah. I'm
Yep.
just being invaded by some grandchildren here, guys. Sorry. Okay. Thank you. Say goodbye. Bye. Right. Bye. Bye. Come on.
No, I'm staying here.
How do you guys feel about this being sharp here? Maybe that,
Yeah.
But too sharp.
yeah, that could get knocked back just a little bit.
Okay. Like I say, yeah. Yeah. That's
Just a little
more or
thin.
less right out of the camera. So yeah.
Yeah,
Definitely.
so it's carrying basically from here to about here.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, nice. He's all puffed up. Is this in the morning or?
It was no, yeah, it was in the morning. Yeah, it was about 8
Yeah, looks
o'clock.
like it's trying to stay warm.
Oh,
Nice.
Thanks.
Oh,
well, that's
American
now-
Kestrel.
Mm.
Nice.
Yeah. I got lucky with him as well. This was the same day. Or
Oh,
yeah, 3 images here. The birds were on the same day. So
Mhm.
I just left the sky the way it was because
Mhm.
I'm just kind of, I think we were overdoing the replacement sky thing too many times. So I just decided to leave that and let him stand there on his own.
Mhm.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah, he really stands out from the background because he's got so much detail and color.
Unbelievable color. Yeah.
Mhm.
And they're not very big birds. They're pretty small.
They're the smallest raptor.
Yeah.
They're very small
Yeah.
and very hard to get a good picture of because
Yeah,
they're
I have
always on the
another one.
move.
I have another one where he's up against the trunk of a tree, which
Mm.
was kind of nice as well. But this is a little bit more, you know, that's the subject for sure, right? So
Mhm. Yeah, I like your point of view too, just enough below him that gets good detail in his tummy and under feathers in the back.
yeah. Yep. Lucky to get him. I mean, look how sharp his claws are. Holy smokes.
Oh,
Yeah.
All right.
excellent.
Good. Thanks.
Oh,
Oh,
wow.
This is a little house wren.
Mm.
It's in the middle of the forest, of course, but he's not. He's a tiny little bird, very small.
Mhm.
He's maybe only about 2 inches high or thereabouts,
Mm.
maybe 3. But I took that piece of wood that's sticking up on the right-hand side. I tried various looks on this by removing that. And actually, I think I probably preferred the one to remove it, but I had done that after I'd sent these ones in. So
I don't
So,
know. I kind of like the way it frames it.
Yeah. Yeah.
you like it?
That's what I think.
Yeah,
You've got kind of a circular pattern all the way around the bird that way.
yeah.
Yeah.
You got different elements framing all the way around. I think I'd leave it.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it's soft enough that it's not obstructing anything. You know, it's not pulling your eye open.
Okay, good. I wanted to green up the bottom part. See, it's kind of mossy around where he's standing.
Mhm.
And I wanted to enhance that a little bit. What do you think of that? Would that take too much away from the bird by doing that?
I don't think so.
No.
You know how to do that?
Well, I thought I'd try to enhance it a little bit, but I don't see it as much as what I would have liked to have done. I thought,
Mm.
you know, to get a really mossy look to it would have been would have been ideal, I guess.
Yeah, I like all the little crags and cranes in there, but yeah, just go to camera raw and use your local filter here and just take a brush. And I guess we'll turn auto mask on for the time being, just to, oops, stuff's kind of like, so just trying to get the edge here, but it's not doing a good job. All right. See if we can get any better over here.
It's almost like your camera's inside a tree pointing out. Sitting in the end of a hole or something.
Yeah. No,
I'm gonna shut this off and where is it? There it is. Fill the rest of this in real quick. Yeah, sliding. Yeah. All right, let's see what that does. But I think one of the things you could probably do is well, first thing is maybe you might want to just
tint
give
it
it
up.
little green, just a little green tint as it's going.
Yeah.
And then I'm looking for
Some
Oh.
texture.
can never find the hue, saturation, brightness sliders in this.
You were right on it.
Was I?
Yeah, just down below the temperature. There you go.
Yeah, no, I'm talking about the individual ones.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Oh, the individual colors?
yeah.
Yeah, look under effects. Might be there.
No,
No,
no. Yeah, I forgot what they put it on in this. It's different than Lightroom. It's just
Yeah.
use. Okay. Well, I suppose we could just bump up the saturation a little bit here and have a look. Yeah, maybe shift this a little greener. Not that green.
Yeah.
Maybe just a little bit. Now it's all over. I guess what you can do is get selective there.
Yeah.
But there should be an area where you just have HSV
yeah,
and you can just affect the greens, which would be a lot easier than masking it off by hand. I think just
Okay.
even that might be enough of a, maybe not quite that much. Let me take this back a little bit. Okay.
What about the texture? Would that do much or?
Yeah, if you had texture, it's gonna pull up the grain. Yeah, that's not too bad. Maybe a little clarity. There you go.
Yeah.
Get your highlights in
There
there. And that helps.
That looks good.
yeah, that gives it a lot more interest.
Yeah, there you go. Maybe just definitely the clarity helps because it pulls those highlights up.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what I was kind of trying to get. Could we just
I don't know
add
if you want it to be that strong.
maybe not that much green, but yeah, but
Yeah,
something like
I would maybe pull the texture back, and just do a clarity. Maybe even take the texture negative a little bit, just so it softens it up a hair. Yeah,
oh,
that works. So that's before, that's after.
Yeah, it's nice.
yeah.
Now, if the other way to do it would be to just go in here and get yourself a hue saturation. And then just put it in selectively, and you can go into your green channel here. See if there is any greens. If there isn't, I think there's a way to colorize it. Let's just see here. No, it's not affecting anything. Yeah, if you hit colorize, yeah, it's pretty much doing the same thing. So then what I would do is just invert this mask by just doing Command or Control I, and then just take a white brush and paint it in where you want. So. Then you can just bring it in locally wherever you want.
Okay.
That's another way to do it.
Yeah, I think that that would really help the image. I think that little bit of
Mhm.
mossy green down there.
Yeah.
Good. Thank you.
Sure.
Wow.
Better better put your sunglasses on here.
That's quite a prismatic array there. It's nice.
So this is an ice cube.
Oh,
It was a cold ice cube dropped into some hot water.
Oh.
And this is fracturing. And
Hmm.
what I did is I bought a little light box, a little sort of 10 by 10 by 10 light box, and it has LED lights on the top of it. And it's got a hole in the middle at the top of it. And you can drop the ice cube into the glass. And I've obviously added a lot of color to this, but well, in Topaz, it added the color to it for me. But it's actually two images. So the one on the right, the blue, was one image, and the other orange one was another. So I kind of blended them in Photoshop just to make it look a lot different. I
Nice.
guess. But yeah, it's a fractured ice cube.
Hmm. So you just drop it into hot water and
Yep.
yeah. There's a number.
Now the ice cube, you can't use ice cubes that have been made in a automatic ice cube maker.
Uh-huh.
It has to be, you have to pour them into a little mold and freeze them that way.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, the big ones, yeah.
Yeah.
Or I guess you could go get a bag of ice.
Yeah, it depends how the ice is made. Like I say, in an automatic ice cube maker in a fridge, it won't fracture like this. So,
Uh-huh. Cool.
but this you could spend hours upon hours.
I'm sure.
Never ending.
Nice.
They're all different. And
That's
yeah.
good fun. Yeah, I was wondering how you got the color in there, but yeah, that makes sense.
yeah.
Was this a kit you bought to do this?
No, it's not. What I bought, Maureen, was a little light box. So it's just a white piece of plastic, a square box with an open front to it.
Mhm.
And then on the top of it's got a ring of LED lights.
Ah,
Oh.
And then it also has a hole in the top that you can drop things down into the ice cubes, for example.
neat.
And
Do you
then
have
I mean, you can set anything you want in there, like jewelry or anything, and it really pops from the LED lights, right?
Yeah, I bet.
And
Yeah. You got a link to that product?
I'll find it. Yeah,
Yeah, email it to me. I can send it out.
it's inexpensive. I think it was $20, and you can change the intensity of the LEDs, and you can change the background. They give you some different backgrounds, and
Oh,
pretty
wow,
cool.
nice.
Yeah,
Excellent.
I liked it. I thought it was a little bit different.
Thank
It's
you.
very cool.
Thanks.
Oh, wow.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. So
I
this
love
is
the sliver of moon there.
yes, just
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
I took this probably last week or a week before. This is only 15 minutes outside Calgary, so it's pretty close. And it was actually kind of scouting it out for a Milky Way shot. So later on that night, I went back out to the same location and took some Milky Way shots. So, but this is a canola field, and obviously an old cabin, front there.
So
Just
it's
it's-
not as yellow as you showed before.
No,
Yeah,
no.
that's nice. Now, is that from sharpening this edge you're getting, or did you do
No,
a sky
no.
replacement?
No, didn't do, no, it's a real sky, didn't do anything. So
Hmm.
that's cloud in the background
Yeah,
and not a real sky.
yeah. Just looks like it got a little over sharpened or something along here.
Yeah, no, I didn't sharpen it at all.
Is it backlit from a city or something?
The city's over that direction, yeah.
Yeah. you
Maybe
can-
that's what it is.
Yeah, you can see some stuff in there, yeah.
Maybe if you zoom in that a little bit in between where the trees,
Yeah, city lights. maybe.
Oh, yeah.
there you go. Well,
Yeah. Yeah, it looks better at a better, more closer to 1-to-1.
yeah.
So was this a few nights back?
This is about a week ago,
Yeah,
maybe a little bit longer than a week ago.
yeah, Silver Moon's really nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, when it wasn't storming here, we were able to see that moon too. Very nice. I like to see your Milky Way shots from there.
Well, I can do that. Yeah.
All right.
I actually, I bought some software and to stack them.
Uh-huh.
So I stacked half a dozen shots, and actually I wasn't all that happy with. Can't remember. Anyway, I contacted the guy that wrote the software for the stacking,
Uh-huh.
and boy, he's a really nice guy. He's gave me a few tips and everything else. So I did end up putting one together that I kind of quite liked. But to do it properly, you got to add blacks and whites, and I didn't do that. So
Yeah, you gotta do, I forgot what they call those exposures.
yeah,
Yeah,
take some shots with the lens cap on
right.
and add that in. I don't see how that helps, but it definitely helped with the noise. There was very little of that.
Is that Starry Night or a different one?
It's a starry landscape.
That's it. Yeah, he makes them both.
Yeah.
Yeah, excellent.
Yeah.
Okay, I think he's got some tutorials on YouTube that walk you through all that.
Yeah.
If I remember correctly. Yeah.
I'm kind of like buy something and then just go into it. If I run into trouble, then I'll read something.
Yeah. All righty. Well, thanks for bringing those in. Birds are
Thanks.
amazing.
Thank you.
Let me close that, open them all at once. There we go. Yeah, still wanted to go on its own. All right. Well, we'll look at that one first then, Don.
No, it's just a seagull. We've got 2-3 different kinds out here. Up here, I'm not sure which one it is. I'm not that big on it. Just kind of bored, wanted to take some pictures. Wasn't too much to catch, but I ran him through denoise, and then I done a lumina neo on it with some saturation and added the sun rays to it, and then I put it in topaz and did like a knife and palette painterly look to it.
Mm.
And then took it back into Photoshop and cleaned it off of the main bird then, and the grass around him.
Hmm. You know, there's a little trick in Neo if you don't want your rays to converge at the edge here. You just make your image small and then move your sun origin out. Let's see if I can open this up. Or I guess we can do another one of these. Let's see. I guess we could do this one. Yeah. There we go. Hopefully it'll open up the bright this time. Yeah, good. Okay. So basically, if you go into your, where is this sun? There it is, raise. So if you make this thing really small, and you hit your place sun center, first I would take the amount up so you can see what it's doing. And then instead of trying to hit it at the edge and having all this converging stuff, you can take it way out here.
Oh, okay.
Where you want, and then you get more of a directional effect.
Oh, okay.
And then you can start fooling around with your penetration and your length. And a lot of times I'll let it go wherever, and then I'll mask out the areas I don't want it on.
Oh, okay.
You can do that. The other thing you can do is on the array settings, you can change the number, and that kind of helps move them along too.
Mm-hmm.
And then you randomize will do even more. I mean, you go crazy with this thing. So I'll give you some little more
Oh, yeah.
placement advantage if you want.
Okay.
And then you can move it around and see what you want to do. And you can get it further out or closer in, just something like that.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah, thanks.
Sure.
That helps.
Yeah. All righty. Well, I guess we'll start this top one then.
And then this was just some jet skis were out running at the lake, and got these two girls running back and forth and along the bank, and I just put that in Neo and tried the sun on that one again and kind of crisped them up a little bit.
Mm-hmm. I like the way your little safety thing is just flying in the back.
Yeah.
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 Nice. All right.
Shutter speed on that, Don.
What's that?
What was your shutter speed?
Probably around 1,500.
Yeah,
But they're moving. They're pretty good sized machines. They was tearing
Well,
up the water.
I noticed you've got the water drops pretty much frozen.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like the difference between the texture of the water and the way it's frozen in the air, the droplets, and then that serene surface. Yeah, it's nice, especially back here, the way it just kind of cuts up over this. You get little
Yeah,
bits.
that coming out behind her hair, that's the part that squirts up from the
Yeah.
blue jet ski. On the red
Yeah.
one, if you
Yeah.
look behind it, you can see one going up there too.
Yeah. Nice. Yeah, I like the reflective light too. You can see the way the red's reflecting up into her skin a little bit
Mhm.
underneath. Yeah, it's nice. Good shot.
Thank you. This one here was a guy that was on a bigger jet ski, and he was doing 360s.
Yeah.
And I couldn't get it. He wouldn't turn in front of me. He turned in front of me, but he turned the wrong direction. I'd like to have got him buried in the water with the wall of water above him, and he wouldn't turn it in my direction. He was always the other way. So I tried to bring out his arm and leg in a little bit so you could see that he was turning into it.
Yeah. Cool.
We were saying to straighten out the water a little bit. I have to disagree with having it a little bit up like it is. It gives you a feeling of speed.
Okay.
And I think if you can try it, cropped it or straightened it out a little bit, it would take some of that motion away that you have.
Right. Well, even if you could bring down the top of it, right?
Maybe crop it a little bit. In horse photography, when they do professional shows, they purposely go and skew the photographs of the horses when they're moving to be up a little bit, so that you get that feeling of motion.
a good trick. I'll have to keep that in mind.
Yeah, I think,
I think there's
it needs a little more detail in here, I think. You can do a Neo, Photoshop, whatever. I just put it in a Neo for now, but I would probably go into develop and maybe just take the highlights down a little bit.
Oh, that's nice.
Oh, yeah. And then let's look at the blacks and whites. Maybe the whites up and the blacks down. Now I'm just looking at the water. I'm probably gonna leave the rest alone. Let's try smart contrast. Yeah, maybe just about 3 or 4 points of that. So
It's really separating the droplets away from,
yeah, so
it's just kind of a nice effect.
and then I would just go into masking and just get a brush and just paint it in where you want it. There you go.
Nice.
Mhm.
And maybe give a little more clarity. See if there's clarity should be in here somewhere. You might want to try a curve too, just to see. Yeah, maybe just.
Nice.
There you go.
It's like shimmering now.
Mhm.
Ooh, I just put it back. I hit the back instead of the eyeball. Sorry about that.
I get the idea though.
Good. Okay.
Nice.
Okay.
All right. So,
And this is the next shot of him after he made the turn. He's coming out.
Mm.
He's powering on now. He shuts it down completely, cranks it off, and cranks in the power again and comes up. And he actually didn't get very far. I think he flooded it.
ah,
He started to pull up and come up, brought the nose out, and it died shortly after this shot here. But I put it in Neo and did some structure and detail on it. And then I did a palette knife on it and some watercolor. And I like the way the watercolors colored up the water behind it.
mhm.
I thought the watercolor also, he was very blurry with the water flowing in his face and stuff. It wasn't sharp. And I just kind of thought that just kind of softened everything naturally anyway.
Yeah. I really like these little curly bits of water, especially this one. It's just,
Yeah.
yeah, they just splatter around.
Now that wake in front of him was his wake when he shut it down and he's going right back into it again.
Uh-huh. Yeah,
Don't take him long, I tell you.
I'll bet.
That was one of the biggest jet skis I've seen out there on the lake. That was a big one.
Yeah, it looks pretty large. I'll maybe gradiate this down a little bit.
Okay.
You could even take this down just a hair too, just to bring more attention in here.
I did do that. I was afraid maybe I did it too much or went too far with it already. I
Yeah,
think I should come down a little more.
yeah, maybe just a dash, yeah.
Okay.
But I do more in the back than the foreground.
Okay.
Ooh,
Oh, wow.
Yeah, this is a cone flower in the backyard.
Oh, nice.
But, I done a AI clear on and topaz. And, then a neon rise is called. Really add a look, and then
It's really beautiful.
Yes,
Thank you.
very nice.
Mm.
Just make it kind of neon, doesn't it?
Yeah, I really like, that's the first time I've ever used that. It was really blowed out and I brought it down about 30%.
Uh-huh.
I like what I've seen there with that.
Yeah, and that's neon what?
Called Neon Rise, RISE.
Oh, neon rise, okay.
Neon Rise in photo, not Photoshop, in Topaz.
Yeah, cool.
Those the actual colors, or did they change when you use the
No,
topaz?
that's pretty much the same color.
It's just
Actual color.
gorgeous.
Yeah.
And the greens in the background, and it's a delight to look at.
Thank you.
Get that warm and cool going. It's nice.
Mhm.
Yeah, very nice. Okay, thanks, Don.
Thank you.
All right, well, I see Jim Murphy loaded some stuff up, so maybe he'll show up unless he's here.
Oh, I'm here.
There he is.
There he is. How you doing?
Yeah.
All right, well, I guess we'll
So,
we'll go for you next then. All right.
Ooh.
Well,
yeah, this is on the Washington coast, the Pacific Ocean, just a little island, and I just did a kind of a yellow blue thing with it, and pretty graphical, pretty not a lot of detail.
hmm.
I
Nice.
like what it did to the water.
I did put a little gradient on the the water nearest you,
Mhm.
darken it down. It was pretty bright, and then left it brighter in the back there.
Hmm,
Like it.
yeah. I like the way the blue just is mostly around the edges, then it gets very dark, and there's just a subtle hint of it in here. It's nice.
Yeah, there's some logs and stuff down there. I thought about bringing those out, but then at the end of the day, I didn't do anything with them.
Yeah, well, you get enough there to, show there's some detail there. Fine. Oh,
Yeah, I shot this one with my 600 millimeter telephoto. I think it's called an orange drop wing. And then I just I really love the detail on the wings. So I kind of tried to bring that out a little bit more. And it was an entire spider web, but at the end of the day, it was just too busy. So I left a little portion of the spider web, and then
oh,
there's a little bug there stuck in it too. So
yeah. Hmm.
So is he trapped in the web? Jim?
no, he's not. He would go away and come back and go away and come back. He liked the rest on that spot there for some reason.
I love your background. It just makes those wings just pop.
Nice.
Why don't maybe just tone this one down a little bit.
Okay, yeah.
Keep it there.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that makes sense. And that one too.
yeah, other than that, you're there. I don't mind these so much because
Right.
I know.
No, I agree with you. That's kind of distracting now that I notice it.
Mhm. Oh, very nice.
Wow.
Yeah, it's a bald eagle. I was able to get super close to him as a technique I've used before. He was sitting on a short pole, and I just opened my sunroof and drove right up underneath him. I was able to take about 30 pictures of him, mostly like headshots and stuff, but eventually he took off. So this was the takeoff shot where he's stretching his wings out and getting ready to take off.
Hmm.
That's just incredible.
Wow.
Really cool.
So I was probably 12 feet away from this bird, and I don't think I was using my 600 even at this point. So probably backed off a little bit. I was so darn close to him. Normally you can't, we're walking up. If I got out of my car, he'd have been gone,
Absolutely.
100 feet away. But being in the car he's kind of like, he was used to cars. He'd seen cars a lot, and so it didn't seem to bother him.
Wow. Yeah.
What do you think about pulling the whites down a little bit on the beak and around the back of his head? So you could get a little more detail in there?
Yeah, probably on the, I would agree on the beak probably. I don't
Yeah.
think the detail on the back of the head matters, but I could see right in there, yeah.
Yeah, it's kind
Maybe
of
on here.
right in there. I mean, it's gorgeous.
Right. No, I agree.
Yeah.
I could pull more detail out of the beak for sure.
Yeah.
It's just gorgeous.
Whatever you can pull in here.
Okay.
Really good.
Good call. Yeah, composition is really nice.
Mhm.
I like kind of like that S curve going on with the wing.
Yeah.
And I really like this
Mhm.
fringing here against the white.
Details on the feathers are pretty awesome.
Yeah. Very nice. Okay.
This,
Oh, wow.
this is
Neat.
these are some trees. I shot these last year from the ground, but this year I thought, well, I'm gonna go back and retry that again. And so this wasn't the time of day I wanted to be there exactly, but you know, I was there, so I went in. These are drone shots, and these are relatively small files. And then I took it into you know, Studio 2 and put an effect on it. Yeah, or I think even 2 effects on this one. I really wanted to bring up the reds in the dirt,
Mhm.
and then there was some buildings off on the left there, and I got rid of those. I just want to simplify the picture, and so that's kind of what I came up with. But I'll be sort of interested. I have another version of it, but I'll see which one people like better.
Mhm. Yeah, I probably clone this a little bit out here.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Yeah. And just keep the lines going.
Yeah.
I
can do
like
that.
all the lines. You've got lines
Yeah.
everywhere.
Yeah.
Vertical, horizontal, like the little road or whatever is kind of random lines.
Yeah, it's interesting, the shadows are not all parallel. It's almost like a point source of light rather
Mhm.
than the sun.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm guessing the sun's probably somewhere about here
Yeah.
because it keeps going this way.
Good call there, Wendell. I didn't really notice that until you mentioned it. Yeah.
I like the way they all look like they're reaching up like little hands.
Yeah. Oh, very nice.
Very nice. All right, version 2.
Version number 2 here.
Oh,
Oh, wow.
Well, I like this one better right off the bat.
Okay. I did too, but I just wanted to hear what other people.
I'm kind of on the other one. It was more graphic.
yeah.
I like them both, but
Yeah.
they're so different that I don't think you can say compare them.
Right. Same
They're so different.
time of day, same subject, but different angle.
Yeah.
And the clouds bring in a whole nother element.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like this one better for sure.
I don't know if anybody noticed, but I left myself in the picture.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
I removed my car, but I thought I couldn't stand it. I had to leave myself in the picture.
The creator.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's me. Nice.
So the treetops stick into the sky, and I thought that was a little bit better
Mhm.
than the having them, you know, as I went up and down a little bit to look at, you know, different angles.
And your shadows here are all the same.
Yeah.
So is this the same drone you had before, or?
Yeah, this is the same one. I haven't been using it much, but for things like this, I think it's kind of really useful and kind of fun. It gives you, I've seen other people take this picture and other artists have painted this picture, but it gives me a perspective that they don't have. And so for that reason, I kind of like it because these are kind of iconic in the valley. these trees, other artists have done things with them, so just gives me a little different look.
Mhm.
Were they grown like as a windbreak?
Yes, exactly. The farmers use those quite a bit as a windbreak. As you can imagine, it's pretty flat out there.
Mm-hmm.
And so that prevents the wind so much. Poplar trees.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm. I'm just thinking of toning this down a little bit.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's probably other than the sky, that's probably one of the brighter areas.
Yeah. Yeah, just think it competes with this wonderful angle going back. They're going.
Yeah, the other one didn't really have the angles. It was kind of squared, square to the trees. This one's more interesting, I think, because it has the angles going on.
Mhm.
And that, I put that sky in, there was no clouds.
Oh, I was hoping that was the original sky.
Yeah, I threw those in, but I did put the light on to the right, coming from the right.
Mhm.
To flip the sky to do that. But
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I like how they kind of almost mimic the trees,
Yes.
sky.
Oh, it's the perfect sky for the photograph, that's
It
for
sure
sure.
is.
Yeah.
Sandy, could you go back to the first one of those?
There's something so peaceful about that one.
I kind of like this one better. I like the geometry of the form.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
The other one is a better picture of what it is, but this one has a geometry to it that I like.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's very graphic.
Mm-hmm. So I said they're really so different.
Mhm.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah.
To me, this was more artistic.
Mhm.
Yeah, it's more of a painting kind of composition.
Mhm.
well, then it's decided they're both good.
Yes.
Yeah, I think they both are
Better than good.
they're very good. So,
I don't have very good eyesight here, so I can't see in this image. Is that you way up at the top?
Oh, right down in the bottom middle.
Right there.
Yeah. Mhm.
Oh, I don't even see it.
There I am. Don't you can't recognize me.
In his white shirt.
I'm going to brighten it up.
Yeah. There it is.
Oh, okay. There you go.
You can see the tire tracks and the furrows and
Yeah.
that's pretty cool.
Need to be more front and center in the future there. Jim.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, give a bow or something. All right.
Oh,
That's my cat.
Oh, wow. Yeah. Got tangled with a snake, huh? Oh,
Got a Gila head.
oh, it's a Gila.
Oh,
It's a Gila, yeah.
Looks almost like a snake.
Yeah, no,
The
it's a
tongue
Gila.
isn't quite
I like that one because that shot I got his tongue out. And I thought that was
right.
the only thing I had to do is move the cat's eye a little bit. The natural eye didn't fit where it should be with the lizard head.
Oh.
So I had to clone it and move it
Uh-huh.
because I wanted it to be the cat's eye. The lizards have very, very small eyes.
Oh.
Well, I have to say, Maureen, this is very well done. But it's,
Yeah.
There it is.
Thank you. It was fun.
How bad?
It was fun.
and the cat didn't seem to mind, eh?
No, didn't mind at all. Didn't hurt at all.
Yeah. No
Surgery
animals were
without
harmed.
anesthetic.
Yeah. I would probably darken this up here and maybe gradiate this down a little bit. so,
Oh, okay.
You know, he pops out a little more. It's
Okay.
getting just a little insipid here.
Okay.
Yeah. Nice. Well,
Good idea.
Just fun.
I suppose you could play with clarity and maybe a little texture in here to bring this up and maybe bring the eye.
Bring the eye out a little bit more.
Yeah.
I did this a couple of years ago and I just happened upon it. Oh, I should share this one. And this is his favorite spot in the house.
Oh,
He likes to lay in the garden window. So I have his food there so the dog can't get it.
uh-huh.
He just likes to lay in the sun, even in the summer.
Wow.
That's his favorite little spot.
Yeah.
So I thought I'd show you that he does have a real head too. And I was inspired by your email that you sent out, Sandy, with the
With the stopcat.
yeah. It's quite a bit of difference, wasn't there, in the eye?
Yeah.
Yeah. That was surprising.
Mhm.
Have to try that.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I guess you just need a good strong light.
Mhm. I've got light stands, so
There you go.
do it. Yeah. Oh, you know what? I have a light stand. Does anybody want a light stand? It's a good size one, and it has roller feet on it.
Oh, nice.
So if anybody wants it, it's yours.
All right. Yeah, very least we could probably use it in the studio at the Camera Club.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm paring down.
All right.
Oh,
Yeah, let me know. I could probably come by and get it from you.
Okay. All right.
If someone else really wants it. All right.
Yeah, I just don't have the room to store it, and I'm not using it, so I've got others.
All righty. Excellent.
All right. This is
oh,
the other morning. We had a cloudy morning, and the sun was coming through the clouds. I always just like that effect. I just think it's kind of cool.
Yeah.
Very nice.
yeah.
Yeah. You're making me miss this.
I think, I can't remember if I used luminary for this, but was one that you could put more rays in. So I added rays to the top. They were just from the bottom.
Yeah.
They're very subtle, and I just thought it was kind of a nice thing to play around with.
Yeah.
So those weren't really there to begin with.
Yeah. You could probably bring these out a little more too if you wanted to.
Mhm.
Mhm. That might help. Yeah, I like the subtle ones up here.
Yeah, those are the ones I added.
All right. Excellent.
Then this is
Oh. Nice.
Elephant Head, with the mountains. I had to take a lot of white roofs out of this one and crop off stuff.
Yeah.
And behind Elephant Head, you can see, it looks like some radio towers or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, there
Yeah,
are
there
some
is.
up there.
I left them there. I thought about taking them out, but I thought, well, they're really there.
Yeah.
I've done both. Yeah. Because sometimes they look pretty cool.
So I just decided to leave them. This was the sky, no sky replacement. And I did this one in luminary. I hadn't used luminary in many, many moons. And so
Mhm.
I forced myself to do this. And I particularly like in luminary, when you go into the edit mode, all the different options that you have for affecting different areas of the picture. I liked having that control, so I could control the lighting in the front, how much lighting was on the mountain. Elephant Head was pretty well lit up, but I really enjoyed working with luminary.
Mhm. Yeah. Yeah, that relight. Do you have the new Neo or the?
No, I just have,
the.
I just have,
Yeah.
remember when you were doing quite a bit in it, and I took the jump and plunge and bought it, and then I never really did anything with it. It was just sitting there on the desktop, and I just decided, come on, get your lazy ass in gear, get something, learn this. So I was very impressed with that.
Yeah, it does have some nice things that are a lot easier to do than it would be in Photoshop.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah, very, very nicely done. I really enjoyed
Mhm.
working in it.
Okay.
And these are just clouds. And I mean, I see an angry person on the right hand that
Yeah.
looks like some kind of a known cartoon
Mhm.
fixture or something. And then on the left is a dog face here,
Mhm.
but he looks like he might have wings or something, you know? I mean, it was just such a interesting sky.
This looks like a toad or something.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And I took that in Luminaria because I wanted to darken, the sky was quite a bit lighter and I wanted to give it more drama.
Uh-huh.
So I darkened the sky.
Nice.
Yeah, and they're on the left and the light just above the dog.
Hmm. Yeah, there's lots of stuff there and
Like an eyeball.
it does. And I decided to go ahead and leave the palm trees and the flagpoles and stuff in there.
Oh, yeah.
I didn't think they were, I thought they kind of added a little interest.
Yeah.
Again, I took
Definitely.
out white roofs and things that were distracting.
Hmm. Nice.
Thanks. We have such beautiful skies now.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Looks like Ohio.
Yeah.
Nice. You know, I'm just gonna quickly grab a few from my phone and put them on for later, because I didn't really work on anything this week with all the construction going on.
Mm,
Well, you know, you can save these skies and bring them into your other images, right?
right, I do
Yeah,
save them.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay, oh, that's the last one. All right.
Mhm.
Cool. Well, thanks.
Nice.
All right, Wendell.
Okay. Yeah. Now that Jim's here, I can say that these were all taken 20 years ago on a trip we made up to the Seattle area.
Mhm.
So you'll probably see I've taken some pictures you've done yourself in that area. But anyway, this was just at a harbor someplace around north of Seattle. And I saw all these kayaks on the dock there. And just kind of like the pattern they made. And the fact that 4 of them were yellowish and then one white one surrounded by the yellow ones. Kind of like they're picking on it. And it's just pretty much straight Photoshop. I cropped it and didn't do much else with it.
Really nice. I like,
That's a nice
I like
shot.
the color of the water.
Yeah, that was just natural. I think the skies were kind of cloudy, dark. I created that color.
Silky looking. Great composition.
Well, thank you.
Yeah, the reflections are nice too.
Yeah. And I thought about taking out that little duffel bag or whatever it is on the leftmost kayak, but then I thought, well, that might look kind of splotchy if I did, so I left that thing in there. I don't know what it is, but
I really like the tie downs on them. We don't normally see that up around here.
oh, yeah, they're all tied together. I guess it's probably a rental outfit.
Well, I mean, the tie downs on the kayaks themselves.
Yeah.
Oh, I see. Oh, okay.
You know, we don't, up here in Ohio, they use them on rivers and you don't see that. I really like that. way of the body.
Oh, okay. I didn't even know what those were. Okay.
Nice about kayaks, isn't there?
Yeah. Yeah, and I just noticed that 4 of them are 2-seaters and the one to the left is single seat.
Mhm.
Anyway, I always, every time I see kayaks, I take pictures of them.
Mhm.
Yeah, they're really nice. They're nice subjects.
Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't think that bothers me.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah,
Yeah.
It's kind of blurry. It's not really sharp.
yeah. Well, also, if I took it out, it would leave kind of a big blank area back
Mhm.
there, so.
Yeah, you could probably match it in and push it be the content aware fill or something and just brought, a piece from over here.
Yeah.
Yeah. But no, it doesn't bother me. Yeah. Nice. I like this little highlight coming through here too. Just subtly picks up,
Yeah,
dry right through. Nice.
yeah, it gives a gradation in the lighting.
Yeah.
And this is somewhere up in that same area. Saw this old boat out in the field. And again, just pretty much a straight Photoshop, except what I had to do was that big white iron ball, which I guess is probably some sort of an anchor, maybe for tying boats to with a buoy above it. But anyway, it was too close to the edge of the boat, so I had to select it and moved it up a little ways to get a little more separation.
Nice.
The grass is random enough that it doesn't really show that I didn't move.
The only place I see a little edge is here.
Yeah,
Here, yeah, you can just fringe that through pretty quick, pretty easily.
yeah,
Yeah, nice. I really like the textures from all the years of
Yeah.
paint and decay.
yeah, yeah. And I don't know the name of that boat. It sounds like a Russian name, but
Yeah.
don't know. If
Could,
it's just made up.
could be the name of a coffee.
Oh, mocha.
Cheese mocha.
Cheese mocha. Oh, that doesn't sound good. Sorry.
No.
What do you guys drink in Canada?
Yeah.
You guys don't have cheese mochas down here? What's going on?
Maybe mocha and some cheese.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I like the composition that you chose here, and I'm glad you moved the buoy or whatever. It's like the two are telling a story, and it almost looks
Yeah.
like at a time maybe this was a river or a lake or something, and now it's receded.
yeah,
And it's just trying to tell different stories, and I like that. I love the texture of the grasses and the wildflowers in the background too.
yeah. The overall flow of the angles.
I love your angles.
That's a lifeboat.
Oh,
Oh, okay.
That's why you have those big hooks on either end there.
to
okay.
be hauled up
Oh.
on the ship, huh?
Oh,
Exactly.
okay, yeah.
That's the name of the ship then, I guess.
Probably.
Oh, probably, yeah. Okay, maybe it was a Russian ship then.
Could be.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
I like the way you got your threes going this way.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, really nice.
Okay. Now, this is one of the many lighthouses along the coast there, Mukateo, I think, north of Seattle. And these were all scanned from slides. But this one, I really wanted to have more room down below, but unfortunately I didn't take the picture that way because I was trying to get everything in without having to move back. But I got the thinking just today, if I had taken the piece of film out of the slide mode, I might have gotten a little more image on the bottom, but that probably isn't worth doing. But other than that, I pretty much like the shape of that lighthouse and the interesting transition on the left to the tower where they're going from a square to I think an octagon shape. Rather neat. And this was mostly in Photoshop, but used Topaz Oil Paint 1 and then reduced the effect of it down to 40%. So it just gave a little touch of the oil paint effect on it. Otherwise, it was pretty much straight.
Yeah, I like the purple hue it's got.
Yeah,
Looks like a color or something.
yeah. I don't know if that came just from the film is probably Ektachrome 200 that I
Mhm.
used. That's what I used most of the time back in those days, so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
Came out really good, you know.
And this is Point Wilson Lighthouse. And again, I didn't have enough at the bottom, but I would like to add a little more space from the bottom of the building walls to the bottom of the picture. And at the top, I had to remove what I think was a lightning rod that was sticking up to the border of the picture, but I just took it out. So I like the texture overlay. Yeah, this was again, most of it in Photoshop, but then Topaz Imperial Ash preset that gave that gritty look to it, and even around the right side and left side is almost like ink splotches or something.
Mhm.
But,
Nice effect.
but it did
Nice.
act like a vignette.
Yeah.
So you can see the light at the very top.
Yeah, the orange lens, I guess, on the,
That's pretty neat. I thought it was a person.
yeah.
And then I
no.
looked at it, now it looks like the light. That's pretty darn cool.
Yeah, it's amazing that it didn't do something with that,
Mhm.
because I think it's probably as visible in this as it was in the original scan.
At first I thought it was Elvis. And then, oh, Elvis is making an appearance. In
Yeah, he left the building.
Yeah.
It's pretty darn cool. I don't think I've ever seen anything like that with the light.
Yeah, I guess just one of those things that happen to have the light coming through it, I guess.
It's pretty neat.
So. Okay, this is a travel picture also, but I just is about 3 days old. It's travel because we were on our recent trip staying in a lot of motels, and a lot of the rooms have this kind of unremarkable abstract paintings on the wall for decoration. So I kind of got that idea from them. And then the middle section, that gray and black, is the bottom of my suitcase.
That's what I figured.
It has a interesting pattern to it. So I took the suitcase and using layers in Photoshop, I put in that gold textured around it, and then went in and made circles and used quadrants of each of them to fill in the corners, and then filled in the circles with some more background texture samples that I've got.
Oh.
So it's just a weird little exercise in
Mhm.
building an image from nothing. So,
That's fun.
yeah, anyway, every time I do something like this, I learn something new.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I looked up the name on that little dinghy and our lifeboat, and it was the name of the ship was a ferry ship that was built in Seattle, and it was part of their fleet.
Oh,
Yeah, so I
Oh.
came off a ferry.
okay. Oh, okay, now I know. Okay,
Well, thanks.
okay, sure thing. Anyway, that's all there is on that.
Well, like I said, I didn't work on much this week except getting the house together. So let's see here. I just pulled these out of my camera and sent them over on airplane. So let's see what they are. Right now, I'm staying at Canoa Ranch Resort, and we're up on the. Oh, I didn't want to go into Topaz. Sorry. Let's see here. Open with preview. Where's preview? There it is. It's interesting because we're on the 3rd floor and we're facing north, but we can also see west and east. And I usually see, the mountains to the east, southeast with Elephant Head and so forth. And now I'm seeing the ones on the west, which are kind of interesting. So, and taking some pictures of those, mostly around sunset. So these are just straight out of the iPhone. So nothing
Yeah.
too remarkable. But,
Oh, nice clouds.
yeah, I really like these little wispy guys.
Mhm.
Hey,
That's
hey, guys, I'm gonna have to leave here just now, so I'll catch you guys in a few weeks.
okay.
Okay.
All right.
So long.
See you then.
Yeah.
They
Bye.
call those clouds Virga. It's actual rain.
Oh, that's,
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
Oh,
It just
And
isn't gonna hit the ground.
it never hits the ground, yeah,
Right.
yeah.
Oh, that's really gorgeous.
oh, yeah.
Mm,
Just-
very nice. I love the under lighting of the clouds.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's amazing how different it is, either different nights, and that's facing more kind of northeast. In fact, that's the Canal Ranch it's Green Valley Center there with
Oh, yeah.
the solar array. You kind of see the idea. Boy, last night the lightning was just jumping cloud to cloud. And all.
Mhm.
Oh, yeah.
It was amazing.
Yeah.
Anyway, so
Nice.
yeah, just for a different viewpoint. It's weird being in Green Valley and being up 3 stories too.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's kind of cool. Anyway, let's stop the share here and kill this.